sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.
All right, let's jump right in with a deep dive into this Premier League match. Bournemouth versus Liverpool, February 1st, 2025. Now, this was a match with some pretty big stakes for both teams.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, the results could really shaken things up at the top of the table. For Bournemouth, they were the underdogs, but they were on this incredible run, 11 games unbeaten. And think about this, a win here could have actually launched them all the way up to fourth place.
Yeah, that's a huge jump.
Meanwhile, you've got Liverpool sitting pretty at the top.
Right, 6 points clear of Arsenal at that point.
So a win for them would have extended that lead to a pretty intimidating 9 points. Now, we're basing this deep dive on a really detailed match report from Al Jazeera Sport. And I gotta say, the final score might actually surprise you.
Oh.
2-0 victory for Liverpool. But the question is, how did they manage to pull that off against a team like Bournemouth, with their impressive streak?
Well, there were definitely some key moments that shifted the tide.
Yeah, let's dig into those. And I think we got to start with Liverpool's star forward, Mo Salah.
He was absolutely instrumental in securing that win.
Yeah, he really was.
I mean, Salah's performance was just clinical that day.
2 goals for him.
Yeah, showing everyone why he's considered one of the best in the world.
And the way he got those goals, it was just textbook Salah.
Right.
So his first goal
Came from a penalty in the first half.
which, he's pretty known for that precision from the spot.
Oh, absolutely.
But it was that second goal that really showed his tactical brilliance.
It really did.
The build-up to that goal was something special. It all started with Diaz.
Making a really clever play on the left wing.
Yeah, he found Jones in the middle, who
Right.
then passed the ball to Salah, who was, perfectly positioned on the right side of the box. And then, boom, Salah just expertly looped that ball into the far corner of the net.
Yeah, leaving the Bournemouth keeper with no chance whatsoever.
Textbook example of Liverpool's attacking power.
It really was.
Yeah.
But we should also talk about Bournemouth, They had their chances, too.
Oh, absolutely.
They definitely didn't make it easy for Liverpool.
There were some pretty close calls, like Tavernier.
Yeah, he had a great opportunity from outside the box.
But, slipped while taking the shot,
Unlucky.
sent the ball sailing over the net. Then there was Semenyo,
Cutting in from the left side,
unleashed a powerful shot,
almost found the target.
just barely missed.
Allison, Liverpool's keeper, had to make a full stretch dive to keep that one out.
Heart-stopping moment for sure.
It really makes you wonder, what if? What if one of those attempts had gone in?
Yeah, the momentum could have shifted.
The pressure on Liverpool would have been immense. But there was one particular miss that, well,
Oh, you're talking about that miss, the one that's probably still haunting Bournemouth supporters.
yeah,
It all started with Tavernier's shot. It hit the left post, and the rebound, it fell right at the feet of Kluivert, who was, get this, just 3 yards away from an open goal. It seemed like a sure thing,
like how could you miss?
a golden opportunity to equalize.
It was his moment.
And somehow, he missed.
It's almost hard to comprehend how that happened.
Yeah.
It was one of those moments it just really highlights those fine margins that exist in football.
Yeah, sometimes it's just not your day.
And unfortunately for Kluivert and Bournemouth, this was one of those days.
Missing a chance like that, it's got to affect a player,
Absolutely. Can really shake your confidence.
And we'll have to see how Kluivert bounces back from this. But this match wasn't just about the goals and the missed chances. Things started to get a little heated out there.
Yeah, the intensity definitely ratcheted up.
The match report actually mentions a series of yellow cards, indicating that things were getting a bit chippy.
Yeah, that rising number of fouls and yellow cards. It definitely suggests a growing frustration within the Bournemouth ranks.
Yeah, they were playing well, creating chances, but just couldn't find the back of the net.
While Liverpool, on the other hand, seemed to just grow in confidence, especially after Salah's second goal.
All right, let's go through those yellow cards one by one. So the first one went to Christie from Bournemouth for a foul on McAllister. Then Gravenberch from Liverpool picked up a yellow for a similar kind of infringement. Shortly after, McAllister himself received a yellow card for a challenge on Ouattara, who was, making a dangerous run towards goal. But it was the yellow card given to Virgil van Dijk, Liverpool's captain. That really got the Bournemouth fans riled up.
Oh, yeah, that one caused a stir.
He was booked for a tackle on Ouattara.
And there was some serious debate about whether that was the right call. The yellow card shown to Van Dijk, it really felt like a turning point. The tension on the pitch, It was almost palpable. You could really sense the frustration building, especially from Bournemouth.
They definitely felt hard done by with some of those referee decisions.
Oh, yeah, they felt that way for sure.
And it definitely fueled their desire to get back into the game.
Absolutely.
That tension, man, it just kept building as the second half went on.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Liverpool, holding on to that 1-goal lead. And you could practically feel Bournemouth's desperation. They were hunting for that equalizer.
They needed a spark, something to change the momentum.
Yeah, and Bournemouth's manager, Iraola, he knew he had to do something. He needed to shake things up in the attack.
And he did?
He brought on Tavernier for Brooks.
A substitution aimed at, injecting some more firepower into that attack.
Smart move, right?
Oh, definitely.
Remember Tavernier almost scored earlier?
Yeah, that shot that hit the post.
So Iraola was hoping, I guess, for a repeat performance, hoping Tavernier could turn the tide.
Yeah, hoping he could make something happen.
And it almost worked.
Almost.
But before that, Liverpool made their own substitution. Jones came on for McAllister.
Interesting move.
I think McAllister was playing a bit cautiously after that yellow card.
Yeah, probably didn't want to risk a red.
And Liverpool's manager, Slot, I think he recognized that they needed to regain control of the midfield. And Jones, fresh legs, composure, he brought that stability back.
Disrupted Bournemouth's rhythm for sure.
It was a smart move. And then, bam, out of nowhere almost, Salah strikes again.
Second goal for Liverpool.
2-0. And it was just like another perfect example of Liverpool punishing any defensive lapse.
It was ruthless efficiency. Classic Liverpool. It all started with Diaz again. That dynamic winger.
Yeah, initiating the move from the left.
He finds Jones.
Who then feeds a perfect pass to Salah.
Who's, of course, perfectly positioned again.
Puts out of the box. And Salah, with that trademark calmness, just curls the ball into the far corner.
It was a beautiful goal. Really showcased their attacking fluidity.
And their finishing, just clinical.
Oh, yeah. Top-notch finishing.
At that point, it felt like, game over for Bournemouth.
The wind was knocked out of their sails,
But to their credit, they didn't just give up.
No, they kept fighting.
We kept pushing forward.
Trying to create something, anything.
Yeah, and they had a few more chances.
Semenyo forced Allison into another tough save.
At the near post.
And then Kluivert.
Despite that earlier miss, he had another opportunity. But his shot, it went wide.
It just felt like, it wasn't meant to be for them.
Like they were cursed or something.
Yeah, like it just wasn't their day.
They couldn't buy a goal.
It really highlighted that difference,
Yeah.
between the top teams and those trying to break into that elite group.
Taking your chances, it's everything in football.
Especially against a team like Liverpool.
They're ruthless.
They punish every mistake.
So, as the clock ticked down, both managers made more substitutions.
Trying to either close out the game or find a way back in.
Yeah, and you could see the different approaches.
Liverpool brought on Nunez and Bradley for Gakpo and Alexander-Arnold.
A clear signal that they were switching to a more defensive strategy. Protect that 2-goal lead.
While Bournemouth, they replaced Christie with Jevison.
They were still chasing that goal.
Trying to add some fresh legs and some height to their attack.
But it was, too little, too late.
The final whistle blew.
And Liverpool took home a 2-0 victory, solidifying their spot at the top of the table.
It was a statement win, showing that they can grind out results, even against a tough opponent like Bournemouth.
For Bournemouth, tough loss.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially after that impressive run they were on.
Yeah, but you got to give them credit. They didn't play badly.
No, not at all.
They created chances, put Liverpool under pressure.
They just couldn't finish.
And that's the difference, sometimes, at this level.
So where do both teams go from here?
For Liverpool, it's all about maintaining that focus, keeping the momentum going. They're the favorites for a reason.
Yeah, they've got that target on their back now.
Every match is going to be a battle.
And for Bournemouth, it's about bouncing back.
Yeah, they've got a solid foundation. They've proven they can compete.
Now they need to regain that confidence.
And find a way to turn those chances into goals.
We've talked about tactics, key moments, the whole impact on the league table. But I want to talk about something else. The mental side of things. How do you think this result, affects the players mentally?
Oh, that's huge. I mean, the mental game is just as important as the physical one. And this match, there was definitely some frustration there on both sides.
Yeah, for Liverpool. They got to stay focused. They're the leaders now. Everyone's going to be gunning for them.
Absolutely. They got to be able to handle that pressure.
But for Bournemouth, I think those missed chances, especially Kluivert's.
It's got to stick with you.
Oh, yeah. Imagine being in his shoes, yards away from an open goal, chance to equalize against the top team in the league. And you miss. That can really mess with your confidence.
It makes you realize, how tough you got to be mentally to play at this level. It's not just about skill.
Nope, it's about resilience, overcoming those setbacks.
And Bournemouth's manager, Iraola, he's got his work cut out for him now, helping his players bounce back from this.
Big time. They can't let this one match define their season. Right, they were on that 11-game unbeaten run before this.
Exactly.
But this match, it shows you, how small the margins are in football.
Oh, yeah, a few inches here, a split-second decision there. Changes everything.
And that's what makes it so exciting, right?
Absolutely. You never know what's going to happen.
Even when one team seems to be dominating.
Like Liverpool did in this match.
There's always that chance for an upset.
Yeah.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive, what are the big takeaways here?
Well, I think this match really showed us the importance of tactical awareness, individual brilliance, and that mental game we were just talking about.
Yeah, Liverpool, they showed that championship quality.
For sure.
But Bournemouth proved they're no pushovers.
Not at all.
And the Premier League, it's always full of surprises. And for anyone who wants to learn more about this match, or just wants more Premier League coverage, make sure to check out our source for this deep dive, Al Jazeera Sport. They've got in-depth analysis, highlights, all the latest news. So keep exploring, keep learning, and most importantly, keep that passion for the beautiful game alive.
Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have a ball. I'm sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.